Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm so excited for this one because in this video, we're discussing soulmates. I'm really excited about this topic and how fitting for me to be wearing this sweater right now. I've been wearing it all day and I just turned on the camera and decided that we were gonna talk about soulmates. So, I don't know. This is a cute sweater, right? It's my mom's. Okay, let's jump into it. Depending on how you view soulmates or a soulmate will depend on whether or not this resonates with you. I upfront am very in alignment with what Abraham Hicks talks about, where they are talking about soulmates in the sense of there's an abundance of them. There's way more than just one soulmate because we are all connected, right? No one is separate from one another. It is this illusion. And because we are in our physical bodies and we have our own consciousness, we have our own feelings, we have our own being and awareness, it becomes easy to separate things. But in essence, we are all connected and we all share some type of mating of the soul, which is why I wanted to talk about soulmates, because a soulmate mates with your soul. It mates with your evolution, with who you are becoming, and depending on how specific you are about, let's say you're wanting a romantic soulmate, somebody that you are doing life with, it's going to reflect your ideology on what a soulmate should bring into your life. So this is the biggest question that I have. And then I also wanted to use stories, examples from Neville Goddard and also from Abraham Hicks that I found really, really helpful in coming up with this conclusion that I'm going to discuss. I have this question, and the question is, would you want to date yourself? Without too much thinking, if your answer is yes or no, would you want to date yourself, will kind of help you gauge where you believe yourself to be in finding a soulmate. Love is, not only is it the most powerful frequency, but it is a very abundant frequency. When you are tapped into the vibration of love, it never surprises me when people tell me that they've manifested more than one success in their life, whether it be in relationships, whether it be in career, whether it be in finances, whether it be in family, relationships, friends. When you're tapped into a certain frequency, there are a lot of things that come to you based off of where you are vibrating. Now, I thought it was it was hard for me to hear the first couple of times that I was listening to Abraham Hicks. And then one day when I was at a very low resistance point in my life, I heard this playback and it hit me a bit different. And Abraham Hicks was talking to a woman. This woman was in the chair and she was saying how she wanted to manifest a relationship for her son. And Abraham responded to her and said, "No, you don't." And the woman goes, "Yes, I do, Abraham. This is exactly what I want for my son. I want him to manifest a relationship." They said that if the person were to come swooping into his life right now at this current moment, the woman would be jobless. The woman would not be happy with her life. The woman would be very dissatisfied. They would rustle and tussle, and then they would break away. That made me upset the first couple of times that I heard it, because one, I wasn't in the vibration to hear that type of message. And now that I came back to it, and now that I have more life experience, I've realized that, well, that makes perfect sense. And so let's talk about that, because my question at the beginning of this video was, would you want to date yourself? yes or no. It's not really for me to judge or to explain what is up with you, but the more in tune and the more you become in the flow state with yourself and with what you are wanting from your life and how you are wanting to feel in your life, it will be reflected into the outer world. I was having a moment before I went to bed last night, and it was this thought that stop worshiping the creation, start worshiping the creator. And I'll say that again. Stop worshiping the creation and start worshiping the creator. Your imagination is God. It is, you are the operant power. It is your imagination. It is the great I am. And it is helping you. It is guiding you. It is giving you feedback on a moment-to-moment basis on the desires of your life, the desires of your heart. It is giving you feedback to help guide you and help you evolve. And it is constantly evolving. It's constantly wanting this expression of God to be reflected into this outer world. I'm getting chills because this is very, very important. When you come to this conclusion that God is wanting to be expressed through you, then all of these imaginal acts, all of these living in the wish fulfilled, all of these different principles and concepts and laws, law of attraction, law of assumption, the law of liberty, free will, when we talk about that stuff, it starts to make sense. If there is something that hasn't manifested, then it is because, and I've said this in a video, but I'll try to explain it in a different way here. It is because the God in you, infinite intelligence, has not been realized yet. And what I mean by that is God cannot prove itself to you if there is a feeling of inferiority or there's a feeling of not feeling worthy for having something, putting something up on a pedestal. Then it does not allow the God within you to fully express itself. When you get to a state of manifesting everything that you want, it happens in a very natural, effortless way. And why is that? Why do manifestations come to you when you're least expecting it, not worried about it, not fearful of it, when you're in a state of flow, when you're in a state of neutrality, when you're good either way? It comes during that state of being because God can now fully express itself. You are now realizing your true power. You are the operant power. You are the operant power. So when you start having gratitude and appreciation, which is love, appreciation and gratitude is love. That's what it resonates at. That is the frequency. When you are enjoying the water that you drink, when you are waking up in the day and you're actually excited to live your life because you've set a routine for yourself, because you've allowed yourself relentlessly to focus in and be consistent in the feeling state of doing the things that actually set your soul on fire, or that make you feel like you're not only giving to yourself, but giving back to others. It is extremely powerful. It is extremely powerful, and it puts you in a state to manifest absolutely anything that you want. Another thing that I found interesting that was Neville's story, which we will get into right now. Neville Goddard, when he was teaching all of this stuff, and he talked about his relationships. He was in a marriage, and he got a divorce. He actually married somebody else. Because he's not in the physical, I mean, I guess we could meditate and ask him why and tap into him, but for the sake of this video, he was in a relationship, and when he started changing, when his self-concept changed, when all of his ideologies were changing, he was spending 7 days a week with a doula. He was learning all the information that he could possibly soak in and write in a book. When he was getting all of these ancient oral preachings and writing them onto paper, and his imagination was giving him something else, a new person came into his life. A new wife. He wanted something different. He desired something different. And there are so many questions that we could ask as to why he couldn't just change the relationship dynamic, or why he couldn't just make that relationship work, which I'm sure he now knows that he could, right? You can be, do, or have anything, but that's not what happened in his case. And through the path of least resistance, something else manifested into his life. So this is the point that I'm trying to say in this video, is that you mating with your soul is the absolute most important thing in the universe. Since you are consciousness, and you are consciousness in a physical body, since nothing is separate from you, since we really are all connected and we are all one, we are attracting certain relationship dynamics into our experience. And that doesn't go to say that we can't manifest a certain relationship dynamic from a specific person. In fact, most of the time when we get into alignment with ourselves, then the person comes back. There is an old saying, I don't even know how old this saying is, but the saying that they always come back around. They always come back around. And it's usually when you least expect it, or when you're living your life. You're not focused on them. You're not worried about it. This is not by chance. None of it is by coincidence. So that begs the question, what is the most important thing to do to attract a soulmate? My answer would be showing up for yourself. When you show up for yourself, then others show up for you. The energy that you are giving out will be returned to you. Freely ye give, freely ye receive. So, I'm hoping that this makes sense. This was kind of a rant. I have just been feeling the love lately. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm wearing this sweater, I don't know. But I really, truly appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the comments, all the likes, all the new subscribers. I am just so thankful that you guys are here with me and that we get to chat like this. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.